For years, I've searched for the perfect bag. This is as close as I've ever been able to find to my grail bag, to the perfect bag for me. Obviously, there's no such thing as the absolute perfect bag unless you're Mary Poppins, but this one, the Ulanzi BP09, is the one that works best for me and makes the most sense to me, and it might to you too. So I'm going to do a quick review of this today. Stick around and see if maybe this bag is going to be the right one for you too. So before we get started, I just want to say that I'm not sponsored by Ulanzi. I'll say too, sketching out your script really helps. So yeah, number one, design. The design of the bag. I like how this bag doesn't have that camera backpack look to it. I mean, it's a little, might be a little technical. It's a little bit futuristic. It's not really usually what I would go for, but I like it. It works for me. It's sleek, it's minimal. It has this waterproof fabric on it with waterproof zippers. And I like the pulls on this as well. These pull really well, really easily. The zippers work really easily all around. It comes with two of these flat hooks, these long flat hooks. These are actually, they come mounted to the bottom of the bag. The bottom of this bag has this textured material on it that's a lot tougher than the rest of the bag is. Even though the rest of the bag is still tough, this is just, bulletproof. Not literally. But these flat hook straps go onto the bottom of the bag, and then they can be used to mount your tripod or whatever you want on there. You can also, kind of similar to how I had it a second ago, you can also have both of your straps here and up here in the middle of the bag, and you can strap something to the front. I have been keeping my second strap in here and have just been using this strap around the front of the bag. This is enough to hold a jacket or something like that. Let's see here. There's other straps on here as well. These straps, they hook on this side, but they don't hook on over on this side. They're permanently attached here. I kind of wish that they weren't, because I would really like for the straps on this side, I would take that off if I could, because this side is basically just unusable if you have anything in it, if you want to be able to access your camera. Now, I guess the benefit of this not being able to be removed is you can't lose it, and if you ever want to not be able to access your camera, then putting something in a tripod, or in my case a selfie stick on this side, you're not going to be able to get in there at all. But for my everyday use, one of the things on my list of criteria for what I wanted in a bag was to be able to access the camera from the side pocket. So that immediately cut out the Tenba Fulton bags, which otherwise would have really been my top pick, because they're so small. Because that was really my other main point of criteria, was I wanted a bag that wasn't enormous, but still held everything that I needed it to hold. So this bag, it does both things. It holds everything that I need, and it's not enormous. I don't know why all the other camera bags can't be more like this one. But that's what it is. These pockets stretch. They have a good amount of stretch on them. They can hold up to a 24-ounce bottle of water. They can hold a 32-ounce if you really force it, but you're going to have to act like you really don't like your bag to do that. And this elastic, I mean, it's elastic. It stretches, and over time, if it's overstretched, it's going to be permanently overstretched. And so this pocket's just going to be loose forever. But if you're only using it to carry a 32-ounce bottle of water, then that's not really going to matter anyway, right? I just keep my phone in that pocket. This is an iPhone 12 Pro Max, so it's slightly smaller than the iPhone 16 Pro Max, but either way, it'll fit in there just fine. You can get to it pretty easily for that. Let's see what else I'm going to be talking about in this. I like zipper pulls. The straps are slippery. Let's talk about these straps. These are the straps. Here's these can be loosened up a lot. That's how loose they go. There's an extent to which how loose these are is useless. There's nothing that this is doing that this isn't doing. So I usually just keep it loose. I always just keep it loose. If you have a smaller frame, then tightening these up a lot would be helpful. It has one of these sternum straps on it that is not detachable, and this has a ton of little loops that you can mount whatever onto. These straps have a tendency to loosen up and just extend to the full length of the strap, unless you do this trick that I just discovered today, which is to loop this back up through here and attach it here. It has these Velcro attachment points on it at the very end of the straps. Like, they intentionally put these here, so I don't know how much of that is really like a hack that I discovered, or if it's something that they've designed to make up for a flaw in their design otherwise, because these they're not tight enough or something, but they let the bag slip through. Then every time that you're putting your bag on, it just gets loosened up. Here is the back padding. This padding is excellent. I think it's really good. It's pretty stiff padding, but it doesn't feel that way on your back. It really just feels like it's just lifting the bag off of your back just slightly, so that you're not getting a really sweaty back, and so that it's not just beating your back up the whole time that you're carrying the bag. Here's some little loops down here that you can attach a waist strap to. You can use one of the Wondered waist straps for that, so then you'll have a lot of support. There's other options that are available for $10 or something. So there are 3 handles on this bag. There's this one right here at the top. There's the one in the middle, so you can flip it up like that, put it in the overhead luggage bin. And there's this one on the side, which is the worst, and I hate it, and I don't understand why it's there. This handle is on the opposite side from where you're going to be able to get out your camera. So let's say you just happen to forget to have your bag zipped up here, and then you grab this terrible handle. You're just going to dump your camera out. If the handle was on the other side, then your camera would be up. You could actually carry the bag like this and unzip it and pull your camera out. So it's a weird place. It's also just horribly constructed. It's like kind of sharp, the way that it's sewn. it should be, if anything, it should have been sewn the other way around, and then it would feel a little bit more natural. But as is, I just noticed that there's a scuff right here. Huh. So I'm already scuffing this bag up. But as is, this is just the worst handle. It's just terrible. I'll never use it. I don't really understand why it's there. But again, that's a minor problem. It comes with this little bag. This little mini version of this bag. And this is this little carabiner doesn't come with this. This is from Night Eyes. Yeah, Night Eyes. It's the number 3 size. On the outside of my bag, this holds my AirPods back here. Holds my keys. And I just keep this clipped on here. It comes with a little carabiner. You can just use that one. This one's too flashy. And then now let's get into the interior. I do also keep a bag in here that just has a lot of little straps. I have my Tom Bend strap that I could use, say like right here. And if I wanted to keep my keys in my bag, I could probably do something like that. You know, but it would be way better if the D-ring was actually like up inside of here. So this does go all the way up here though. Like, it goes to the top of the bag. And here, let me take this off. Okay. Yeah, this goes all the way up here. It goes all the way to the top of the bag. So I mean, you could stash something up in there if you were so inclined. Put something pretty big up there, really. Almost like a little hidden shelf up there. And show zippers. So here is the side zipper. It zips all the way down. This too. We reveal this section. Has this to hold that together. I usually keep this microfiber cloth so I can just clean my bag off. It's actually pretty easy to clean off. It's good because I'm setting the bag down on the front of the bag pretty often to be able to just get my camera equipment out of it. I don't have much in there right now. I just have a microfiber cloth. It's handy for all kinds of things, including wiping off the outside of my bag. But this has 3 mesh pockets on this side. They're kind of stretchy. They hold whatever you want them to hold. I also have my external charger for my phone. It's just a little 5,000 milliamp hour charger. I have this Anchor dongle for my iPad. The only thing it doesn't do is read CF Express Type B cards, which is what my camera uses the most. So I wish that it did. I have my wallet, business cards, pen, lens pen, and then in this pocket here, I have Giotto Air Blaster. I have a bag that this bag really kind of forms that shelf that I was talking about a minute ago. But this bag has a ton of stuff. Pencils, watercolor kit, a pair of work gloves right now, has a tape measure, emergency tool, a USB drive, pens and pencils, all kinds of stuff. So this is just my extra stuff bag. That's where all the stuff that I like to have with me. And then here's my wondered wrist strap that I use whenever I'm holding my camera. And this thing, I'm always tethered to this thing. It's gonna keep my camera from falling, but it's just there. But this has a 3 mesh pockets on this side. They're kind of stretchy. They hold whatever you want them to hold. They can hold a lens cap or keys or your AirPods or wallet. I have some business cards in here. I'm not showing the other side just because for some reason I put my phone number on my business cards. Yeah, that was a weird call. But yeah, I have business cards in there. Business cards are a strange thing because they seem like they would be antiquated or totally outdated, but every time that I've seen anybody come up with some alternative to a business card, it's worse and definitely less likely to be adopted than just business cards. Business cards are really easy. I think that's one of the reasons why they've stuck around. You just take the business card and then you take a picture of it and then you throw it away, usually. It's not worth really holding on to them. Unless they're really well designed, and then you hold on to it so you can copy that design later on. Or, draw inspiration from that design later on. And then I keep my lens pen right here, keep a pen there so that I have easier access to one, and so that I can write down on my business cards any other info. So here is I have 2 zippered pockets here. I have a sleeve here that's actually big enough to fit my iPad Pro. I'll just go ahead and let's see. And then there's a larger sleeve here that actually holds a 16-inch MacBook Pro. So you can fit your MacBook Pro, your iPad. Up here, I've got my light. I've actually peel this off here. So I've used 2 of the regular dividers that would be across here, like this one. I've used 2 of those to actually strap in the light up here to create a long wall up there. And I have my shotgun mic in here. I have my lav mic underneath that. Phone mount. This little pocket. It came with my Peak Design medium camera bag. And it has a little pull tab on it. And inside I have some audio circles. These are good for helping to cut out a little bit of the noise. And then a little kit with a little Arca plate, air tag. There's some pockets in here that I'm not using right now, but I could be using them. And then in the next pocket, down here, right now, I have my prisms. So I have two different prisms. I'll show you what those look like. Here's one. If you want to see video of me using these and the products of these, then you can check out videos that I'll have linked in the description below. I have these in here right now. I'm just going to set that up there for a second. Show you the other one here. Aren't these beautiful? Yeah, this is two water bottle boots. One's from Hydro Flask and the other one's from Owala. Just made the perfect size for my... This one is on an 82 circular polarizer. And then this is like a Alpine mountain gear. It's a little cup or bowl or something. And that one just happened to fit my 77mm really well. So I have, this bag comes with one of these little dividers that can be squished down here to create an open space, or I can maybe push it back up to create the divided space. I'm also using one from Peak Design as well that came in that medium camera bag. And these straps, these black straps here, these are T-Zexign. T-X-E-S-I-G-N. Because I've found that really often what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to have my bag upright. And when I have it upright like this, open it up, pull it out. And then if I don't have everything strapped in, like this is kind of loose right now, then it'll just fall out. These padded compartments, padded dividers they have a tendency to pitch down a little bit, and so your stuff will fall out if you don't strap it in. I have my nifty 50mm here. I really love this lens. And then, of course, here's my camera. I have another one of those Peak Design sections right here, because whenever I have my 50mm on my lens instead, or on my camera instead, it fits in this space, but this fits here. And it fits here with whether my prism is on it or not. In here, I have this handy lens swapper that I find most useful whenever I'm outdoors somewhere. If I'm inside, I don't really need to use that. I'll just swap the lenses out carefully without getting a ton of dust all over my sensor. And then I have a battery pack here that has one of those flip out plugs so that I don't have to have an extra plug in addition to everything else. Alright, and then finally I have some gear down here, mostly just attachments, like handles, or I mean not handle, clamps, this double ball head, and another Arca plate is down there, and then I also have this Miles Craft. This is a woodworking clamp, and this one is able to expand up to 6 inches. This unscrews all the way out. The whole length of this goes back the full length of that, so you get like a 6-inch expansion there, which is great. And that is the Ulanzi BP09. If you like this video, check out this one on my prismatic photography. I'll talk to you soon.